All right, guys, welcome to the Kissing Annie podcast. This podcast has been starting for the last 5 hours.
Yeah, we've been gathering equipment.
Producer mazee ashiki simu.
Mazee producer man. Unajua
producer anatoka hii job kweli yenyewe.
Huyu jamaa kazi yake ni kureproduce.
Can you imagine
kuproduce kuna kazi.
Ati anataka kureproduce
ndio kazi yake.
Umse nimemcall tangu morning you guys. And then this guy who is the producer alikuwa na deny ati I told him we have a guest. Like can you imagine a whole you someone of your standard in life anasema ati we didn't have this plan.
The man I was going to see in his house.
Hapana. Wewe usema auheshimu kisiangalia. Unaona ni mzee ni kama memory yake unajaribu kumconvince hakukuambia.
Yeah bana, in fact mtu ana ni gaslight.
Mazee anafanya ujishuku bana.
Sasa saizi mnapale visible gaslight.
Hapana, hatuwezi gaslight.
So today we hang out with Bashir mazee. Maybe Bashir Halaiki.
Yeah bana.
Halaiki ni jina engineer. You guys umsana jump the gun. Nilikuwa
karibu ni walk away mazee like
so ni engineer
feel appreciated engineer.
So we with Bashir here on the huko nyuma kuna Mr. Steve Chalo, the unwilling producer. Umse akipata job nyingine is out
nakwambia
umse mini vision ya podcast
amini
cheki me so tutakuwa kaki na mwafu unacheki alafu unajua you have quoted all
the siku unakwambia yani kenye nataka kwako saizi tu ni
loyalty plan
uniaminie tu unajua si vitu mingi najua hatuna vitu mingi lakini kenye tuko nayo ni content
bana content
lakini hata mwafu na Zack saa zingine kuna kwanga nasikia Zack anasema mwafu hapo niambia
so you're trying to keep the trend going.
Taki kuwa better
but then mwafu has really been sharing this podcast kwa nini yake
man. I love that man. I love the fact that people understand that there's enough for everyone.
There's like, enough fish in there.
Yeah, because I think mentality like if we are doing the same thing then I have no incentive to advertise your stuff because I feel like you'll take away from me which is it's very backwards.
In fact nilikuwa nakuongelesha hiyo story even in comedy without even going into details like the nini is too big. The ocean of comedy is too big. Soon kutakuwa na Bashir show, Steve Chalo, open mic.
Like do you know how many late night shows there are?
Yeah, can you imagine you guys? In fact there are more the ones we don't know.
Yeah.
Hizi zetu tunajua ni tatu pekee yake.
Nilikuwa naona nyingine juzi niko like this is so good like
are you by the way unaona gani mi Trevor Noah sijui mbona nowadays I don't relate with him
si lakini alishatoka
no venye alikuwa he became too American for me man.
I feel like you see how Americans are so structured and like they're efficient unaona like walifanya hiyo show ikuwe like the machine itself was working too well like they're just churning out content every time and like the writers are
ulikuwa unaona daily show
kiasi siwezi cup
ni sema kuna fun
sasa mimi ni fun hata saizi ayuko najua guest wa gani washaanza
washaanza kuchapa
atachiana
fulani anaitwa nani dem fulani black
na inaweza ama inapanda
imeshuka
but it takes time to adapt to a new host
but especially for him
daily show this year I don't think kutakuwa na single host
itakuwa ina nini wakitafuta
itakuwa ina rotate
but kenye ilifanya Trevor akuwe such a good host ni the fact that alikam na that outside perspective coming from Africa and then now seeing USA for the first time and having but I think after a while probably not the reason and I leave like
and then he's also really bright
he's too close to it right now like amekuwa gentrified
but pia ni msharp
mnoma
nasikia alikuwa anamshwa for na madha yake sijui kusoma mabook
wala
ushisoma book ya Trevor
mtu alisoma tu book za chuo
sasa hakuna hata hivi ya kusoma vitabu zingine engineering
graduate you guy is really avoiding any book check hiyo book
siwezi soma bana billboard mazezi
so you guy is Halaiki your name you guy
no if I'm being honest me I actually stole this name man
from where
there used to be a band kitambo nakumbuka when I was in high school we used to have insiders. Unajua
Kisangani. He knew this guy from a band. Do you remember?
Oh. Yeah. But then we're gonna discuss hapa na Butita.
Like,
yeah. So
from a band. I'm like, I know you.
Yes. So you're saying that you're in a band. So me I'm like, which band?
No, I was not in a band, but there used to be a band called Halaiki.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah, so it's Halali Mziki. So Halaiki in short. So I remember in high school you used to have this thing where you just write a nickname on your sweater. So me I just wrote Halaiki and it caught on from there.
It stuck, eh?
Yeah, and when I created like my Instagram, because I tried to create like as Bashir, and then they were like, do you mean Bashir 1738? Like there are so many Bashirs. I was like, Halaiki, there was no Halaiki.
Oh, there was no Halaiki.
I was like, yeah, I just need
So what's your band najua nakutafuta hiyo kutumia?
Wali break up, sijui.
Ilikuwa band ya rock?
Hazi. Ilikuwa ya Kenya actually.
Was I am?
Hazi, it was ilikuwa insider, ilikuwa probably watu wako uni.
Ati it meant what again? Sorry.
Halali Mziki.
Sasa venye nimeleza kai ilikuwa ya rock, nimesikia kama mimi ni mjinga hizo. I was really checking my mind. Wewe ni mse mjinga. Oi. Wewe. Because this guy said halali muziki. I love me nauliza kani rock. Like what kind of question is that? You guys should quit this podcast now, you guys.
Focus on your mental health.
So those guys broke up.
Yeah. So actually when I was using that as my stage name, I was actually betting against them not to succeed.
Oh, okay.
But now the problem is I'm fighting for this name against an SDA, a Tanzanian SDA choir.
Oh, they are called Halaiki.
They are called Halaiki.
Oh, Halaiki without obviously the Bashir.
Yeah.
But maybe yours makes it unique because of Bashir.
Yeah, but these guys, just check on YouTube. These guys are getting views.
Oh, they're killing it.
They're killing it, man. They're doing better than me, man. Fuck.
You guys know me have the same problem. There's another guy called Professor Kizengani.
Oh shit.
Anakuanga kwa news. In fact, I think there are two. So there's one anakuanga news. He's a security analyst.
Yeah.
So all the time guys think I am either related to that guy. And then now there's another guy called Edward Kisiangani who got a PS job. So mazee juzi Twitter or something tag you guys wanani congratulate. Cheki congratulations.
Kumbe niko na kazi.
Si mimi. Huyo ni Edward Kisiangani. So when I was doing this comedy thing, I was saying I have to work hard until I become more known.
That's the thing.
So those guys think, other guys think they are.
And a good example is if you search Pitbull, the first answer you get is the artist, not the dog. Yeah.
For real, eh?
For real.
Yeah. So we need to
step up.
Yeah, but so from high school, ama ilikuwa from primary?
From high school.
Yeah. High school ilikuwa chuo gani jo?
Ilikuwa Sacho high school, yeah.
Sacho.
Yeah.
Mlikuwa mnavaa hizo sweater za orange?
Za red mazee.
Ilikuwa red ama orange you guys?
Red man.
Red orange.
But ukivaa sana inakuwa orange.
You guys, where? Unajua mse alikuwa chuoni to Sacho. Okay, I knew, but I'm just asking for the sake of the
audience.
People so me, I was in Kabarak High School, obviously at a different time, eh? But Sacho was like our. Unajua wasi wenye hizi fika Kabarak.
By the way alinikataa mazee.
Yeah. Walikataa. Oh, because this guys in Kabarak
University. I mean, this video is sponsored by Moi, man.
You get Moise has affected our life directly.
Well, I appreciate that guy, man.
Shout out
so
to
weird
him,
because like Kabarak was everyone who was in Sachi wanted to get into Kabarak. Because for example, these guys, the guys doing Sandwich Podcast, I think majority of them were in Kabarak.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. So Kabarak was it, man. And I tried to get into there, man. They just told me this.
And when you're at Sacho, you feel that feeling of vinye mbona waseli ni.
And then you get to go there and see how these people are living, and it's like shit.
You guys, we used to go to Sacho and look down on them, you guys. Cheki hawa sewa Sacho, you guys.
In the middle of a fucking forest wearing red.
I can see him tunawaje tena mnafanyanga hiyo forest. We are mixed school in a forest.
Oh, that place is inside a forest.
Yeah, like it actually doesn't. It has a gate, but it doesn't have a fence.
Oh, it doesn't have a fence?
No.
Why?
Like if you want to go, just go. But it's a forest. It's a forest.
It's in some sort of valley, like this.
So when you enter the gate, it's like you enter the gate, and then it's like probably 500 meters down a road, and then there's a field. So I think the field was excavated.
So they create like steps.
Yeah. So the school is kind of weird because let's say the dome is here. To go into the dining hall, you have to go down it's like a hill, and then the classes are in like it's so weird because it's stairs everywhere and like you have to climb
but it's looked good. Like in even retrospect, it's the view was
I mean maybe I enjoyed Sacho so much, especially because I was in a Catholic primary school. It used to be shit.
Yeah.
Because I used to confess on Sunday.
Kwani what are you doing here in primary?
Such a big Christian perspective.
But you need AIC.
But
so ulikuwa umechoka na confession, huh?
Shit, man.
Did you used to confess for real?
For real, man. Because at some point I was confused because I mean I was raised Islam, but then being around, going to mass every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like I was like, I mean, Jesus is kind of cool, man. So they have a lot in common with him. I mean, come on. People say we have beaches, but we really don't. We all still stay at our father's house, It's Jesus is my boy, man. Like, kind of gravitated to him. Actually, once like gave out like sadaka 1,000, man.
Because of your love for the Lord Jesus.
I was like, I love Jesus, man. I wanted to be an altar boy so bad.
What time were you? As in what age were you when you're giving out 1,000?
I think I was in class 7.
You were giving out 1,000 for being class 7?
No, I was given.
Where the heck did you get it?
Yeah.
Ulitoa wapi utao?
From my parents.
Budako alipeta. Hey, you guys were hanging.
Nikapea Yesu, man.
You guys were hanging out with a dynasty, you guys. Nando ulikuwa Sacho, you guys. You guys budako alikuwa mse flani, bigi flani, eh?
Mzee wangu alikuwa like sijaelewa alikuwa anafanya nini. Because hakuwa na job but alikuwa na pesa. So sijui
alikuwa anapenda movie kama Narcos.
Probably mimi nashuku mzee wangu alikuwa and then the amount of times alikuwa arrested. Mimi nimeona mzee wangu akishikwa mara nyingi.
Serious? Alikuwa na choto.
Alikuwa anaenda Mombasa frequent.
By the way, for some time mimi sikuwa namcheki mzee.
001, you guys. No, but that's interesting.
But he used to do a lot of land deals. He used to be a broker for land. So
I'm sure. Yeah, land has some good money.
For sure.
He's also a land guy. You guys.
That's where the money is, man.
So, Mwana alikuwa na keja Sacho.
So, when you get to Sacho, how the place is. It's very hilly. It's very like, there are a lot of corners.
It's Baringo, right?
Yeah, it's Baringo. Yeah. So when you get there, there's like a junction. So you either go down to Sacho or you climb up to now where I think Moi's parents used to live.
Oh, that's where he comes from. Like,
that's where he comes from. Kwao kabisa. Oh. So it's like a whole journey you go there. Yeah.
So
but it's guarded. I think there's GSU, there's Nini, you just can't
access. And then he usually came about once per month. There was a Kamze there.
Listen, me I usually felt like we were like step children to Moi because he used to like live in Kabarak and he used to go to mass every Sunday. These guys used to see Moi every time. But for us it's like unless you guys have performed by so for us people of 2015 the way to Liba Mtiani I mean we had to steal exams for Moi to come and see us, man.
I think Sacho was like his side school.
Yeah.
No, they have a
not
side
proud
chick.
of us, man.
But Amma Sacho is there because he's from there.
He's from
so
there.
Sacho was like the main chick. Then now he has a
he has a better
he has a
younger you guys.
City girl.
Yeah, man.
Hapendi vienyeji damn.
But the few times I went to Sacho I found it to be looking really good, you guys. Moi alikuwa anapanga hizo sijui si tulikuwa tunaita done bread.
Yeah, for sure.
Makatiat, you guys.
Makatiat.
You guys, that bread was hard, you guys. But I used to be so happy when I get that bread.
Yeah.
Kwani nini Kabarak kamka atakuwa na bakery?
No, there was no bakery at that time.
Sit tulikuwa na bakery.
Hey, you guys are ahead, eh?
The thing is, I actually had a conversation with the guys from Kabarak, and it's like in terms of food, we used to eat better than them.
Because those guys used to have sweet porridge for breakfast, some porridge, and then some. The food was horrible.
Yeah, but I was
Oh, you guys, eh?
corner asubuhi bana na cereals.
Seriously. Yeah. But your fees is high,
Yeah, fees is high. And then says it Kabarak is kind of self-sufficient. Kila kitu iko hapo.
Well, they produce it in.
So that's how Sacho used to be. We used to have everything. We used to have
cows,
kitabu you guys.
But you guys, you don't think high school is like prison, you guys? Especially Watana Kabarak.
Sacho, yeah.
Like if you hear stories, like after high school, I was hanging out with my buddies. Wanakuambia stories za mashule zao.
Horrible stories.
Mango High School, they used to have another thing called Koroga. So Koroga is kawe ni form 1. So unaona nini zinaitwaje? So hizi choo, hizi za kusquat. So unaona venye zinajaa you guys, zinajaa. So form 1 anaenda na ikoroga. So you koroga until the shit starts flowing, Can you imagine you guys that life? Me can leave that school,
Actually, you know me, I was in about 5 high schools. Kuna high school moja, we got up in like Tengele inaitwa Olkejuado.
This guy was in many schools, you guys.
5 high schools. 5 high schools.
Sasa unaona chuo
This guy
please niambie ulipita mtihani. Sasa alifunzwa na mamode 30 na bado kupita.
I think that's why alikuwa nafukuza. Cheki ukijana apati.
Hatuwezi msaidia huyu.
So unasema aje?
Unaona yetu kijana, you have to literally hang ndio denki bro.
Oh.
Usikanyage hapa chini.
So kulikuwa na nini unahangia nini?
Choo zimegawanyishwa in several sorts.
So
there's a kambao. And then you combine them with jika bro.
Was that bao specifically for hanging?
No, ilikuwa I think.
I mean someone was brilliant enough to like add that feature in that.
That is so
shikilia bao.
You guys, when I was in Form 1, because I didn't go to Kabarak in Form 1, I went to a school called St. Patrick's E10. So in E10,
that was a dope school, man.
You guys, me the way I was raised, to me it was weird. In fact, budangu sijui alikuwa na. You guys anani raise.
When he was punishing you.
Alini raise ka babi alafu ananipeleka E10 you guys.
Sema like unafauti uonyeshe mtoi wako maisha siharibike.
Mimi ananitoa Westia ananipeleka
He was trying to make
St. Patrick's. You guys know what happened to me the first day at school? We get at school, I was a Form 1. No, Form 1, the Form 4s look big, So to kind of cube fulani.
Form 1
No, me and some other guy nilikuwa na the same primary. So we're taken to some cube, nilikuwa na Form 4 fulani first body wachuo. Like the whole school. Mse pia alikuwa anavunja ma Form 3 you guys. Alikuwa anaitwa solo. Form 4. So tumeingia hiyo cube ya solo, alafu solo alikuwa na hangers on, So hangazona akatuambia Form 1 mnajua kuna nini kwa hii box? Kulikuwa na kitu kaa hii but in the face side. Chiki unajua kuna nini kwa hii locker? Chiki hatujui kuna nini. Kuna blue band. Chiki okay. Unajua ni nini? Chiki hapa na sijui ni nini. Cheki. Can you imagine you guys?
First day.
First day.
Cheki me. You guys me had never had such a thing in my life.
He used to be good looking anyway.
You guys was attractive, you guys. That was day 1, you guys. I was really killing it up in the locker.
Because for me, man. And I was having this conversation with him. I know for sure, man. If I go to jail, man, I'm gonna get fucked, man. 100. The way I look, 100%. I know.
So low, you get to find there.
Like the only thing holding me to make sure that I'm a law-abiding citizen is the fear of getting fucked in the house.
See, that's the good joke. Just getting chapeo joke. You guys, that is true, You know Boondocks? You share what Boondocks?
I know that scene. Where the black dude calls Riley and he's like, I'm in jail. Don't drop the soap.
That guy was saying it there. That guy obeys the law. That guy is like me. I related to that episode, you guys. So saying, even if you hear all these stories, Kudenki, do hanging like this, so that's like jail. Kuna uniform.
Shule yetu kwanza ndio unasema just like jail nimekumbuka. It this weird.
Shule gani? Ndio alienda tano.
Olkejuado bado. Ilikuwa inaitwa
Olkejuado. Like it's Kajiado High School. Hii shule ni ya kitambo 1930s, you guys, imejengwa na asbestos na railway. So we had this weird thing where kuna street huwezi pita usiku bro. Students watakuibia.
Serious?
A teacher was stolen and fall akipitia hapo.
A teacher?
Yeah, it was so you got to sweater. Gonga mode back. I was like, shit.
But you guys really pitied, you guys. How the heck did you find yourself in Olkejuado?
I was in Aquinas in Kachujo. So
ulikuwa?
Aquinas.
Aquinas was in
Kitale.
No, Aquinas hapa hivi Nairobi.
Aquinas ilikuwa you guys are good at Bakem.
Yeah.
Aquinas was good at Bakem.
Everyone was good at Bakem except Steve.
From 130.
This guy is too short.
He was bringing down the average.
Cheki huyu tunaweza mtoa.
Ndio alikuwa anabeba first aid kit wakienda function.
So why were you chosen from Aquinas?
Yeah, you get what.
You need your own podcast for that. So you close that door. So you guys, so may I think like I've seen guys nowadays talking about how toys shouldn't go to boarding, and I think I agree with that stuff. Unaweza peleka mtu yako boarding?
It depends on the age, because I feel like at a certain point you need to be able to survive, I guess. Because if
I don't think, bro, that's
I feel like it's a factor, because they say that, you know, like strong men create good times create weak men create hard times. So it's like if you love your kid enough, I feel like you should be able to let them just figure things out on their own, because if you're always feeding them, then they'll have that dependence on you for
but there's no you can be strong while going to a day school. You don't know any strong day school guys? In fact, most of the hardest guys I know are called day school, you guys. Yeah, man. The fags, the guys who got D's, you guys.
Bro, I went to boarding in class 2. Like, your kid will fuck up.
Yeah, me, I think it affects your mental health. It depends
on the age.
Being a strong man, you know what I mean? Affect your mental health, you guys.
In primary, I feel like it doesn't make sense, because at that point, that's the time you start to, you know, form a bond with your parent. And that's why many people don't have, you know, bonds with their parents. And it's, you know, like they'll say it's your fault, but I feel like it's the responsibility of the parent to form a bond with the kid. Because if they don't do that at an early age, then you'll grow up and you'll just live and you'll have your own life. But at high school, I feel like, and then it's a good experience for me. I enjoyed boarding, so I don't know.
Yeah, because you're in Sacho, you guys.
You're in Kabara.
Yeah, me, I didn't mind so much. Especially me, I didn't enjoy Iten. To be honest, I couldn't survive in Iten.
Class 2, you guys.
Even my boys,
Kasoja, so he was like, yo, bro, I keep on kila time na postio. Ingia hapa. And then he used to lie to me na pesa. Kwa class 2 bana kidungwa wapi you guys, you're like,
oh, you guys went to boarding in class 2,
class 2 you guys.
This guy was
explains a lot, man. It
explains a lot. Mbaya ile dikai olanga.
This guy was really hated by his parents. Check his parents. Check.
So alichoka na wewe. Class 2.
Hey, you guys is a joke.
Like I think mimi so naanga mabro wangu dango likataka kupeleka bwana like no sijaribu kufanya na mimi.
My bro is here. Okay, scare stories like the boarding unadhani.
Yeah, mimi kuna time tumekaa like the whole night tukipiga tu stories za high school. Kafanya ni appreciate yenye high school nilienda.
You guys unajua nikiwa boarding some guy wanted to call me in the season.
Wala.
Yeah, bana. I remember the day, it was a Friday.
One silly morning.
No, it was in the evening. Fridays guys used to go and drink.
This guy was seriously.
So me, I'm heading towards my cube. So I meet this guy, man. So this guy says anataka kunimanga.
Wallahi.
Man, mazee aliingiza mkono yake kwa trao yangu hiyo shot. No, it's ten. You guys are getting giza. Then he told me I should hard on you guys. Check it, you hard on you guys. Check him in. I just want to go and sleep. Mazee nikaanza kulia hapo hivyo you guys.
But he left.
Checking me today, I'm doing homo to you. So nikajitetea nikamwambia mazee you guy, me I just want to go and sleep.
Yeah? Maybe some other day we can discuss
Johnston, you guys.
Johnston, man.
Johnston, if you're watching, I have to cancel that guy.
No, you should have committed, man. Kisiangani is easy.
That's super later.
You guys, maybe that's why I hate stories of boarding.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, if you find a nice boarding school, because many guys went to boarding, Prince Charles, who is now a king, and it was a culture among them. Like the way you're talking about making them hard.
Yeah.
They went to some specific boarding school. If you watch The Crown, and then Seka Prince Harry, they went to the military. I don't know how
boarding schools that Kenya, bro, you cannot trust them with your kid.
But
that's why I've said a good boarding school.
It needs to be objective, because if you're sending your kid out to boarding school simply because you don't want to spend time with them, the way Steve's parents.
My dad is watching you guys.
unajua buda mseni ako gava you.
Unajua like buda wa Steve alisema hili niende vita kuliko nikae na mtoto.
You guys, this guy, he signed up for the Somalia invasion.
Like, sign me up. Where is the danger?
So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it needs to be objective. Like, but if you're sending your kid there for a reason that you need, if it's a good school that there's discipline and there's values that they're gonna add to the kid, then that's fine. But if you're sending them away just to
get rid of them, concentrate on jobo and vitu. But nowadays, apart from just being harassed sexually like me in boarding, kuna vitu like mtu yako anaweza rudi home walk like a nonsense you guy.
Yeah.
Hey you guy, you ni kweli.
But you're fit.
You're into walkism you guy.
Not walkism, but like I feel like
that's the good side now.
Yeah.
That's the
like they get to hang around with other kids and
they
learn things.
But what if they learn things which are not according to your values?
Kuna zenye tu atalearn nzuri na kuna zenye ni mbaya.
Sasa what if they come back na hizo zenye you don't align?
Now si una
sasa sio ni shida.
Maze una realize the reason Steve anajua so much about parenting because he had to parent himself.
This guy, you should unleash a book you guy. Check it, how to parent yourself. You mtu anataka kuanza tu ma clips zake. Check it, the first thing you have to do as a self parent is appreciate yourself.
Don't get fucked, man.
So that's another thing I fear, taking my toy to a school alafu arudi.
But you can't really control that.
Even hata akiwa day school anaweza kuwa walk on the bad side
because of the internet.
No, you can try to manipulate your kids' environment, but we live in a fucked up world. And
but why add to it by
not add to it? I feel like the earlier you start to address certain issues and talk about it, the better for the kid, instead of hiding the truth about how things are. Because eventually that's why you see like
whatever
pastors' kids and all these people who lived a very reserved life because of their parents, they end up being like the worst people because
like Titus Mutaya.
Yeah, Titus. Or Steve actually was
where but alikuwa pastor. Kwani your dad did how many things you guys?
Mother.
Oh, your mom was a pastor. But did she have more influence over you or more than your dad?
I think because sasa ndiye alikuwa na company
visit.
You guys, most of my young pals, and I've met many young guys because of comedy. Either their dad or Yuko. You at least was your dad and mom there?
Yeah.
Before? Yeah. They were both present in your life.
But my dad was traveling for business.
Oh.
business.
He was really traveling to another Kenya.
There's one moment I can't get out of my head because remember those simu ya jamii where you put like a coin. So we used to call my dad with that. We used to have one around where we used to live. So we used to go there and we called him. Call this guy, you put your coin and then he's like, see, unipigie baadaye. Like, dad, kuna pesa bana.
Ati nipigie baadaye. You guys in the middle of talking to some other person, you guys. Cheki hao tu niko na hawajui una exist,
So, yeah. Maybe he used to have another family because he was polygamous.
Yeah, so, you told me.
Probably.
My dad was also polygamous. He used to live here. This actually used to be my dad's room where we were recording this. Yeah, so he moved to some other room on that other side. So
the other family was just
No. The other family was in Kilimani.
Oh. Yeah. So he didn't love you guys.
But it's interesting.
You guys are in Mada.
Yeah, that's a story for another podcast. But it's interesting. Like if your parents are polygamous, there's no day. Like my mother, all the time when my dad was leaving, she'd still look sad.
Yeah.
Like there's no. Unajua venye sasa unasema mimi niko na wife wawili na wamefurahi. Yeah, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
Because in Islam it's like you're allowed to marry even 4 wives, but as long as you treat them equally and they're all happy. That's the only condition.
You treat them equally
and they're all happy.
So kama ni mada.
Ni wote. So that's where your dad went from,
He missed out you guys on the Islamic ceremony. So you guys umegraduate toka nini juzi?
Nimegraduate uni juzi man after 6 long years man.
Oh, you did what's the name of the course you did?
Oh, I did aeronautical engineering.
Yeah. So you're planning to work for an airline nini?
Yeah.
How did you manage to do both, like comedy? Because I used to see this guy doing comedy all the time, And then he did very well, you guys. You only put almost first class.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Number 3 in the class, man.
Who did you pay, you guys, to get those results?
Like a big class.
You guys say there's no way you guys kulipa. You guys say those are as a gig, you guys. Check it out, niko na gigs to lecture.
Sijali nakutumia.
No, nakutumia. Unasema ni 25. So how are you managing both?
I guess for me it's not about managing. It's like comedy for me was the one keeping me going.
Oh, for
like
real?
If I missed doing comedy for a week, I'd be sick.
Yeah.
Because now life was so tough on the other side. It's like the only solace I have is comedy. And I feel that's why I really did well with comedy. It's because it was coming from the heart. It wasn't forced.
It was tough in what regard, you guys?
I mean, come on. Just life in general. You know, I just lost my dad. I'm in Nairobi.
When did you lose your dad?
2019.
Yeah. Which is just the other day.
Yeah.
So comedy was like therapy, yeah?
Yeah, because I started doing comedy 10th June 2019.
Oh, you even remember the date?
Yeah, I even have that photo. And then my dad passed probably 19th August 2019.
Oh, okay.
So I started doing around that time. So for me, comedy was always an escape.
So how did you get into comedy? How did you decide now you want to do comedy?
I don't know. I feel like it's a funny story because it starts from... You know, there's no comedy without tragedy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because people are laughing at our pain.
Yeah. So the story is, and I think I've said this.
That's why this guy is the funniest nigga.
This guy, if he harnesses that trauma, this guy is going Dave Chappelle. You know, he's already wearing the cape, man.
Chicken started as a producer for some shit podcast.
Yeah. This guy didn't have a mic stand, man. So when I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of horror. You remember those CDs, those 100 in 1?
Yeah.
I remember a lot of. I used to watch Evil Dead. So is it so?
Yeah, I remember so. There was like so 1, 2, 3
movies. I used to watch that.
You're gonna watch kata. You are watching.
Mbaya sana. I used to.
Me if I watch a horror, I have to funika.
So I used to watch until it got into my mind, where now I started to see things.
Seriously, you guys.
Yeah.
Damn.
So what I used to do is after watching now like horror for the whole day, I just watch a sitcom. Kama chesa tu at least nilale vizuri. And then now I gravitated towards that because I really understood the jokes. Because for me I feel like the way I perform comedy and the way I do it, there's a structure per se, you know. There's a way, there's a formula, you know. People think comedy is just, there's a science to it. And me, I fell in love with that science.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So from that I just started, you know, realizing a lot about comedy, you know, how jokes are said, you know, how timing and the words, putting words in a specific order, how they invoke laughter and all that. So after that I just started, I've watched like probably all sitcoms. I've watched probably all of them. So from there I used to be like I still am. I mean, I'm still very introverted, so that was the only way I could communicate how I feel through jokes.
It's funny, most comedians are introverted. Like me, if I'm in a group, I'm very quiet.
I'm extroverted.
You extroverted.
But we said comedians.
Me, when I'm with people I don't wasijazoea. Mi uko tu nimenyamaza.
Maybe that's the reason that guy tried to fuck you.
It's like, this is a young guy who doesn't talk much. He was attracted to me.
Yeah, because people take being introverted for being shy.
True, man. And it was Johnston. That guy, if I find him right now, you guys, I'll love to really staki him to his wife. Check it, huyu bwana yako.
Now.
So you guys used to watch nini paka ukaanza kuona mavitu?
Yeah, I used to scream,
but why the heck were you watching na inafanya?
I don't know. It was just there was that thrill of
Toki zima hivi ukienda kulala. You used to have horror dreams. I mean, horrific dreams.
And I still have sleep paralysis to this day. I mean, it's not as intense.
What the heck is that sleep paralysis thing?
That's the worst.
Because my wife is always telling me I have sleep paralysis. I'm like, tu namwangalia. So you know, I had sleep paralysis last night.
So the way I can explain it is, you see the way the mind works. You have your subconscious. Your subconscious mind is the one that helps you to navigate life. You know, it's very technical. It's structured in the way pragmatic. You know, it helps you to solve problems. It helps you to move through life. And then now you have the subconscious, which is now probably the creative, it handles all the other things. So when you sleep, your conscious mind is asleep, but your subconscious, your subconscious can wake up while you're asleep. So that's why it's paralysis, because you can't move your knee, because that's the
so
conscious
you're awake
mind.
But asleep.
You are awake but in your mind.
Yeah. And it's you experience
you feel everything.
Seriously?
Yeah, I feel it, man.
What?
Every time.
But
so you are stuck there.
I feel like
you feel like you are opening your eyes. Physically you've not opened your eyes, but in your mind because your mind is a very powerful thing. Like it creates that illusion. So you feel like you've opened your eye and there's something coming for you, and you can't move.
Damn, you guys.
Like you walk on your bed.
So it's like an out of
you ushaona say msana kimbia kwa kitanda malala, but the legs are moving.
Okay, I've seen my dog do that though. Like when my dog is asleep, but I think it's just a dream. So inaanza kubak alafu inafanya.
But I mean that's a dream.
Yeah, that's a dream.
Like sleep paralysis is not a dream.
So it's like an out of body experience.
Exactly.
But that's crazy, man.
And it's never a good thing. Like I've never had sleep paralysis where I have a girl riding me. It's always demons and thing, fucking.
You know I got sleep paralysis of receiving mad head.
Yeah?
Check it.
No. Check it. Me, I wouldn't wake up, man. So the trick is knowing the difference between reality and your mind playing tricks on you.
Have you watched that movie called Inception?
Yeah, I have. I didn't understand it though.
But it's sort of the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same
like
thing.
You're awake but you're in a dream.
You're in a dream.
And then to know you're in a dream is you spin a thing. Then if that thing keeps spinning, that means you're not in the real world. You're still in the dream, you guys.
Yeah, because I was watching a certain series. It's about a Catholic church and like exorcisms and all that.
You're watching that stuff, you guys.
Yeah.
You're nuts, you guys. Yeah, man.
I love that, man. It's because like I don't believe in like superstition and all these things. So it's like watching them for me. It's like pure entertainment. So there was a method this girl used because she was haunted by like a demon. So to know whether it was a dream or real, she wrote like A, B, C, D on the ceiling. So when she'd wake up, because she would wake up kabisa, she would try to read, and if it's in a wrong order or if it's blurry, she'd know that it's not real. So that being able to differentiate between what is real and what is not is very important, because you feel like you're actually being attacked, and that's the problem. So for me, it's like I understand it's not real, so I just play along.
You guys, do you cry a lot?
When I'm having sleep paralysis?
No, like even with your... So you said you're a bit of an introvert. Like me, sometimes when I see something emotional, naeza anza kulia, you guy. But the reason I brought it up is because you talked about your dad and you're also an introvert.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was wondering if sometimes you let out emotions through mad weeping, you guy. Check it! You guys should weep, you guy. What uliangi, you guy?
I do.
Steve Osha, ulia. Like, when was the last time ulilia, you guys?
Stories about it ziliniingia kulia Mungu wangu. Like
so uliangi. Like you guys who don't cry.
Bad guys.
I was raised leza kulia ni sign ya weakness.
So unaona. You cry from time to time.
But the problem is I don't cry because of like negative emotions. Like I usually cry when I think about, you know, how successful I'm gonna be or how.
Yeah, that is nonsense.
I thought you guys are gonna buy this bullshit, man.
Kutupaka kwa hii podcast. Ndio mzali chelewa. Singa tunaleta nani? Ai usata tupaka.
But the last time I cried, like apart from my dad's funeral, was when I was in primary, and I cried because I cried so that I don't look guilty. Yeah.
See,
it was forced because someone had just burned our dorm in primary. And now we are all in holding hands in a line, you know, singing. No, it's because like I mean all your stuff is there, your uniform, everything. Yeah, me nilikuwa najua, and then now everyone is there, we are singing songs, you know, it's a Catholic school, and then everyone is crying except me. I'm like, if I don't cry, man, I'll look guilty.
Ulianza kujiforce. Check it. The teacher is like, mbona analia na nguvu you guys?
Kwani alikuwa na nini kwa box manze dem?
I thought you said you cry. What I thought before you said that stuff you said, which will delete you guys. I thought you'd say you cry when you're sleeping, when you're making love or some nonsense like that, you guys.
Yeah, only when I'm making love to myself.
You guys. Yeah, that is. Check it.
Because I mean you can't really mourn, so it's like
yeah, that's funny, you guys. Yeah. You unachapa mpaka unalia you guys. You can compete with that. You can do more cause compete. Kama unaweza jililisha.
Yeah, and tears actually make good lube, man. You know, it's just crying to your heart. You guys should try it, man. That shit is.
You get the salt line of extent. You get, I'm sure you get you
see how everything is sweet when you add salt.
That's sad.
You guys, that is stupid.
Sad at the same time. Take it back.
Mtu amedilute conversation yangu wenye ilikuwa very deep.
Ilikuwa deep.
Lakini ya nikali you guys. Everything is sweet on you. You guys check his team on Monday. Hapo ni siku gani kwa workshop? Check Eric niko na hii joke, eh?
So,
when you cry. Check Eric. That is a terrible joke, Steve Charlo.
You suck.
No, you'll perform, you guys. Kwani tumezana nini you guys? Hey, but you guys some funny stuff.
When was the last time you cried, Manu?
No, me I'm a crier, you guys.
Yeah.
Mimi saa zingine hata nikiwa church nikiona kamtoi hapo naanza kukumbuka sina mtoi na naanza kulia. Check it. Hey. Okay, don't cry loudly, but I think I'm an emotional guy. Hata nikiona msee anapitia shida, okay. I'm a soft guy. Like so this guy I was telling him. We were discussing when we were having lunch before you came. Man. Sit to share dish.
Bana.
Mse anachanga mbona hatuna njaa.
Ni wase kwani mpili lunch. We are past that.
You guys are full. So I was telling this guy I'm one of those good guys. Like bad guys are the ones who
you're an empath. Like
they say good guys finish last.
Yeah.
But
I guess
that's not true how to be a bad guy.
Either.
Huh?
I think that's not true.
that's just
no, my point is yeah, I'm kind, but we were just discussing how like even there's a joke I'm writing about how my pals who cheat and do all manner of crazy things have the longest lasting relationships.
Yeah, you need to be a bit toxic.
I think so, you guys.
Yeah, because girls pretend like they want a nice guy and you know to buy like, but they always end up with a bad guy. That's
no. Ushaona msichana ameacha msee very nice. Anakuja kwa nyanoka Steve.
So you're like, what's wrong with you guys? The problem
girls
is
are weird like that. Like they say something else. It's all propaganda. But what they actually love, that's why it's like even during sex, it's like a girl will tell you, no, I want you to choke me and do all this nasty stuff. Like they want it in a different state.
Because now if you start going home late, you know, you don't
because girls love
now they
drama.
start getting interested.
Girls love drama. They need to have that in their life.
Which is strange, you guys. If you do all those good things, because me I've done both.
Yeah.
I've done very good things and I've tried to not do those
and
good things.
Worked.
The other one is working. Kufanya vitu mbaya.
It's in progress.
Kuna best yangu he tells his wife ati we usinipigie nilikwambia niko sherehe bana usinipigie.
They like that.
And then
they love
together
that.
even.
They love
Okay, they have drama but
still dem plan ukareceive kuongea tu vizuri. Bas.
So me
you try get home like on time 3 days in a row, man.
I tell you what happens.
You, man, what the fuck? When you don't have friends, what the fuck?
I tell you what happens, or either that or she'll the day you now come a bit late, you guys utakipata pata you guys. She'll want you to come earlier. Yeah. Maybe you come at 5, she'll now start you. So you come at 4. Yeah. So like, you guys, do you know chick? There are guys who go home at 3 a.m. Me, I'm coming at 5. Don't
go home at all, man.
Me know a guy who didn't go home for 72 hours. Can you imagine, guys? 72
It's enough time to...
Although when you'll become and put a baby up. I love how baby and you can organize my deal. But you guys that chick cancel those deals of theirs, you guys. Chick him say, babe, man, so come and say, no, sitawai. No, actually sitawai. So me, I don't know what chicks want to be
like, most chicks are a mess and then with the good guy to my mess.
And then the thing is, like, girls always want to change you. So it's like, if you're already good, then what's the point? They need a project. That's why you'll find, like, people who are married, like, your wife will start to dress you, start to cook for you, start to make your life better. They want that. They want to take you as a project. But if you're okay, then what's the...
You know, how many of your buddies have single parents? If you'd say out of 10.
Out of 10. Single parents?
Like they're from single parent homes.
Okay. Probably like 3 or 4.
Nice.
You got your normal friends, huh? This guy went to a normal, nice school, normal buddies.
You have normal
friends. This has nothing to do with me.
How about you?
9 out of 10. I think come on you sasa. 10.
So good. This is the good guy in your circles, eh?
Mama yangu.
Yeah, because I was asking. That's what I was telling you guys.
But
earlier.
I mean,
most of my younger pals, they don't have.
Because generation parents, they are all together.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, probably they're in situations where like their parents are not, but they are there. They have.
We are talking about that sasa in situations. Hata mademu wangapi umedate wako na hizo situations. Mademu tuachata.
Yeah, to me, I think there's I don't think the normal homes are the majority right now.
Yeah,
especially in the urban settings.
See, divorce rate tunasema ni 77%
of
divorce.
Oh yeah, it's at 77% in Kenya.
Yeah.
Seriously.
77. So nikakumbuka.
That's why he was late. This guy was doing research.
Stats.
This percentage of divorce.
What if ungeenda kunini? Initoka ile parachute jumping, skydiving, okay. 77% utaanguka. Like
so is that why you've gone in that start for 77%?
No. I thought you did research.
Huh?
No.
So but is that a Kenyan research?
Yeah, that's a Kenyan research. Ilikuwa kwa hiyo research ya 7.2.
7.4.
But me, if I use the people around me as a measure, majority of the guys I know, either their dad alihepa, ama they have very toxic relationships with their parents. Huh?
But that's the thing. I feel like marriage is a failed institution.
Do you think guys in your generation keen on getting married?
Nah, I don't think people are keen on getting, especially now where we have this culture of people want to prosper and they want to get that bag. So people are more focused on having successful careers and getting money and
even
being happy.
Both guys and chicks.
Yeah, because I was seeing this thing where they were saying like the reason marriage caught on, like where it started, it's because that bond was important for, let's say, if you've seen this like old series and movies where it's like I offer you my daughter so that we can have like our kingdoms can unite. So like marriage used to have that function, kitambo. Yeah. Where it used to unite families, it used to form like bonds.
It was a business deal.
Yeah, and it was further propagated during like the industrial age, where now you needed to have a woman at home to take care of the next generation of workers as you as a man go to the industry and work. So it was all very functional, but right now I don't think there's that incentive.
Yeah, because chicks now are also working.
Yeah, they have
like
money.
Say for instance, my wife is like yesterday we got home. I left Move is a place where we do comedy. I left Move at what time were we leaving? 11:30. That's the same time she was leaving Jobo. So there's no way that chick is gonna be at home we
cooking
can't and then how she does manual work. In fact, you guys might end up in that industry because you guys did the same course.
Oh damn, okay.
So she's done manual work, she's figured home, she's tired, mikono zake, her hands are actually rougher than mine.
Shit.
Yeah, her hands are rougher than mine. So how does such a chick now come home and start cooking for you. Sijui, you know, it's hard.
First class anaweza kwa.
No, why do you think he's on this podcast?
Industrial age.
Because Steve amesikia story leo mara ya kwanza. Steve's past don't discuss such things, guy.
Yeah, but like,
so I was saying, my point was, like things have really changed from the traditional. Like my dad was a traditional guy.
Yeah.
Like I never ever saw my dad in the kitchen. He just used to come. He'd come to the house. And kuna kiti ingine hapo as you walking and there's a chair there.
They usually have that one chair.
Yeah. So it sits there. My mother goes, makes for him dinner. Actually, he'd come to the bedroom. He goes, he takes a shower. Alafu anarudi. Alafu anaitwa.
Yeah.
Cheki papa pepe chakula imeiva. Then he chomokas like a king, you guy. He comes over there. Alafu anasema weka news. Then he puts the news. This guy scatter. Yeah, zote. This guy scatter to the bedroom until he's done. So he was the traditional dad.
Yeah.
Then he leaves when you want to leave. He stays when you want to stay.
Shared
now,
shared budak.
Sijai. Alinihag mara moja, you guy. And that's because I paid for him atiko. Alikuwa amekwama huko sijui Croatia. Mazee alikuwa analalia maviti za airport, you guy. So I paid for him atiko to come back.
That's what it takes.
Yeah, so he hugged me. Check him when he saw me.
In another country.
Check it. Hey, yani budangu ameni. It took a plane ticket for this guy to hug me. So I don't think there's that right now with chicks.
It's not there. It's not there at all because there's no incentive at all to go into marriage because let's say in a relationship as a man you provide, you offer security, certainty and all that stuff, and then the woman comes, obviously there's sex involved, she'll take care of you, she'll cook for you, she'll do all that, but that's kitambo, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully.
No, kitambo, okay,
yeah, kitambo. But now I mean everyone is providing, as you've said, your wife is working, you're working, so it's so hard for that institution to work when there's not that trade-off is not there at all.
No, but another thing that's happening now, and sorry I'm making this a relationship podcast.
Okay.
We have guys still doing the same things. Like for instance, me, I have to provide at home, but my wife is not necessarily, it's not a must at Wedo.
Yeah.
But me nikisota kutakuwa na shida. You see, so me I'm still doing those things that men normally do. I'm still I'm still providing, I'm still providing security, but now they're not doing the things they used to do. So it's like,
and the thing is,
it's like an earning. Yes.
And as a man, you have to do your part regardless.
Yes.
You can't take a break from providing. You can't take a break from making sure that your woman is safe. You can't, but your woman will take a break from her duties once in a while.
In fact, she'll look at you weirdly.
Yeah,
me once in a while I have to make mommy tea na niangalia. Okay, she bakes. But siwezi fanya daily.
Yeah.
Siwezi mtuma hivyo daily. Check it, get me some tea, check it.
Like you need to accumulate a level of good favor for you to ask that.
Yeah. Like, no, sometimes she's also tired from her jobo. Yeah, nataka tu kwenda kulala. So she's there and have time for, going to make for you tea and doing for you stuff like that. So I think also that's why guys like Andrew Kibe are big, because right now the system is rigged, as he normally says.
The pendulum is on one side.
Because what are you like? What's the deal? Like, what's the deal?
What are you really offering?
Me, I'm bringing the same deal. Where umeleta deal?
Tuko equal kwa kazi. Tuko equal hizi stuff zingine zote, but kitu kwa profile, bro.
Yeah,
you're a man now.
So weird. And the thing with the rise of these people like Andrew Kibe, Andrew Tate,
Amerix.
The rise of the Andrews.
Hey, Andrew.
Amerix is actually called Andrew.
His name is Andrew.
I think
what
so. It just makes sense.
Yeah, all of these guys.
But it's true because I try to listen to them, and I mean like, obviously there are certain like it's like in everything, there's things that you'll get from someone, and there are certain things that you won't.
Yeah, you'll be like,
so
okay,
I try
this is
to
a bit
pick
excess.
and the thing they're trying to sell is they're trying to bring back the traditional man.
But why do you think they are very popular among young
guys?
They're
popular because they're speaking the truth, because now I feel like men we've become weaker, where being strong as a man is a bad thing. Yeah, in reality, there is this quote that says it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. So the whole idea is you're supposed to be strong, you're supposed to be cruel, and you're supposed to be very, and then learn how to control it. So basically you have an iron fist and then put a velvet glove over it.
This guy is deep, you guy.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's me. I feel that, and that's something that I'm trying to apply in my life, because as a man, if you are soft, because the idea is people feel like you're supposed to be very submissive and you're supposed to be very harmless, but that's not the truth. You're supposed to be dangerous and then try to control it. Because when it comes to it, if you have to protect your family, because your role has not changed very much as a man. When it comes to it, you need to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's what they teach in this martial arts. Like you can kill a guy, but they teach you to hold that back.
It's better to have that fight. Because when it comes to it, like, can you really protect your family?
You guys fight, you guy.
Yeah.
Mimi nilifight mara moja psycho, you guy.
You guy didn't even fight the guy trying to fuck you, man.
You guy Lian. Hey, Johnston, bro. Johnston, scare. Okay, first day actually I can't do the show.
Johnston akichota machozi yako like he lube.
Thank you guys mwaga ngitapo nyuma cheki.
Tears of joy.
Ati tears of joy, you guys. You get that Johnston guy. I have to find that. Umse alinitro.
But I mean, I feel like we are supposed to talk about these things. Like, laughing about it makes it, because now it's a joke. It's no longer like a real
like
thing.
hiyo kitu ingekuwa pendia sasa unaweza charge mse na assault.
Si tutapigana hivi.
Unamcharge baadaye.
So now we fight, you guys, man. Okay, I can charge him after the fight.
Yeah,
man. And nasitalia you.
Like I was asking Bashir if you had a one night stand and then akufanyia ile kitu. Bashir tuiseme
akufanyia nini?
Ile nilikuwa nimkwambia before.
Tuseme.
Akufinge.
Nani akufinge?
Sometimes umepata kwa club. Kwa hiyo tusikie tu sha.
No, but the chicks do those things.
You are chicks out. These
but chicks do those things.
So like,
see, maybe she's a freaky chick.
Yeah. So what will be your first reaction?
I don't know. See, it depends how you're feeling.
Exactly. I was telling him it
if
depends.
It feels nice, if you close your eyes.
Check it. Ongeza machozi.
You provide more look. Check it. Maze. You, what did you do?
I forget you're a chick. That's assault, you guys.
You see, but there are freaky chicks out there. There's a Palomine went to Mombasa, so akapata ama dem wenye they like being cooled in the house, you guys. So alikuwa na zemo dem, alikuwa anashika oil anaimwaga kutoka hapa, you guys. Check, so that she could mwaga the oil over here, then it teremuka, you guys.
The crack.
So you're saying that it was the best sex you've ever had, you.
That's really learning so.
Yeah. Check it. You guys. So alikuwa anani-encourage ati nitafute dem mwenye kumango kwa. Check you guys, Arnold. You guys, Arnold is polite, you guys. That chick. But you see, that's a Costarian chick. So maybe she's met many white guys.
Because it's not even about that. It's about the culture. Because I feel like if she's from coast, if she's Muslim, because me, I've had experiences. I've had stories where like let me distance myself from this comments. Like
I've had experiences. Stories. You get it.
I'm distancing myself from this, but it's like a Somali chick would much rather give you the ass than
I've had those stories also.
So maybe
to maintain the virginity.
And then you see
that chick was a cow, the one that girl selling.
When you umesema coast naelewa kabisa. Hao chicks akona mzungu fulani. So this mzungu has a small D and when alipata msaya kiingia hapo atajua. So this chick is dating some dude who lakini huyu dude apei simu anaponga tu simu.
Airtel. The smartphone network.
Oh, which guy is being paired him to?
The African guys.
The BBC.
The African guy is being given. Simtu is the regular one, right?
Yeah.
So Simtu is the
So the regular guy anapewa team 2.
Alafu the mzungu
anapewa na
sasa
but not a raw deal either.
That's it ain't bad.
It's business. It's business.
So anyway, so this chick, so I was telling this guy, some chicks are just freaky like that.
Yeah. Chicks are actually very. We actually think that men are more sexual than.
In fact, may think chicks are
100 times more sexual. Than
in fact, if you really know what your chick is thinking, you know, some guy. Check it. Unataka hiyo ndio unafikiria. Because you know you think your jig is a nice one. Then that goes back to the conversation about a bad guy versus a nice guy. Yeah. So there's a bad guy called OTU guy who does crazy things with that chick of yours who's humble and quiet.
What are those humble chicks? Those chat girls are the nastiest guys. Those introverts.
Me, I don't.
Once they are comfortable with you,
they can do amazing things to
you. You actually think that you're freaky. You're the one who girls. Listen, you're not even close. Like the amount of rounds will be required of you is insane.
Yeah. If they just tell you their history, you guys.
Like listen, women's sexual urges is supporting $1 billion industry in vibrators and all that. You think you can compete with that?
You guys, the only profitable websites are porn websites, huh?
How do they make money from ads?
See, guys, subscribe. Not ads, you guys. Especially in my heyday, this used to be you have to subscribe. They brought up Pornhub, which was free access, more or less. But I think I've not been to that site for years. But if you're on Pornhub, see, there's something you can subscribe, which is more.
There's premium.
There's always another level.
There's premium.
Sindio?
Yeah, Bashir knows that.
There's premium.
Oh, you've checked out which one?
The regular one.
Oh, okay.
And I think for me
they mature and everything.
This guy is wanting to get his job offers and they're subscribed to the premium.
They get the money. But the thing is, nowadays people are into that, there's OnlyFans, there's that, like, where you get to see like exclusive content from one particular girl. So it's
it's very authentic because
because you can actually like video call that chick and then you tell her what to do. Just cry a little.
Check it. You guys not that part. You can me normally take 10 seconds to load it. Yeah, na comedy club so ameisha you take me. I really take time you guys to load, man. So unasema OnlyFans direct and
stuff. You just talk to a certain girl and we have like live cams and all that, like you go live with a girl and you tell her to do what you want to.
Maybe that has also affected relationships. There's too much sex out there. Yeah. Look at sometimes on my Facebook, when I used to go to Facebook a lot, so unaona hizo status hapo juu. Mazee zote tu ni mademu wanatwaka. Like all of them, like okay, majority. Let me say like 70% out of them. 7 out of 10 are just chicky. A chick like it's even TikTok is super sexualized.
Like, and it's like you can't post sexual content on, let's say, Instagram, TikTok, but it's like those thirst traps. Like you go to Instagram and then there's a girl with a big ass and like it's like it's.
And then now there's a link now to the OnlyFans.
The OnlyFans. Like it's a thirst trap.
So by the time you're hooking up with someone, I think your body count should not even be a question. Size, yeah, it's too.
Ama tunarenew kila mwaka.
Yeah, you reset. Nikaa ukibuy gari ndio lazima uende
mileage.
Like kitambo mademu wenyewe wako na body count. Sisi bro. Fuck.
Yeah. Body count is more referred to women.
Mademu hawajalingi bro anakwambia tu. I
think you guys are more like forward.
Yeah.
You guys,
but the crazy
more
thing.
Expressive.
I was watching this guy. He went to like a porn conference and then he was interviewing porn stars and then he was asking this girl like, "What's like your body count?" I think 4,000.
She said that, huh?
4,000.
Can you imagine?
And
like 4,000 dicks. Let's say, for example, the average dick is 3 inches, 4 inches. 4 inches times 4,000.
It's a kilometer. It's like from here to Costa, you guys.
Yeah, the guy has traveled, man. This guy has gone around the world.
And then, not bad about thirsty. 4,000. Then you go 4,001.
I have to join the line, you guys. But that is interesting. So comedy this year, you guys. Are you planning to be both working and comedy?
Yeah, man, because I feel as a creative, the only way you can really do your craft well is if you don't depend on it for money. Because now you have that freedom. Because let's say if there's a show that doesn't align with you and me, you're not forced to do anything you don't want.
You're not desperate.
You're not desperate. Also, you can have that. You're like the freedom to be like, if you're not gonna pay me this amount, then I'd rather not. Because in these streets, if you just do anything that is given to you, people will never value you.
Yeah, true, man. In fact, when guys sense you're desperate, they'll use it.
They'll use you, man. They'll use you. So I feel like I've paid my dues, and I feel like I need to make money from this because like this is a real skill, and I've really put in a lot of work to it, and I feel like it should be compensated. So I'm trying to see if I can get work, and I'll try to do both. Like if I can work and still do comedy, that will be the best scenario for me.
You guys are very popular with these podcasters. You guys, Kina Sandwich, Kina Moaf, you guys.
Yeah.
Where did you meet those Sandwich podcast guys? Did they shout out to them?
Shout out to them. Shout out to Sandwich Podcast, man. These guys they're actually having a live show very soon, probably February 11th. These guys have a cult following, and they've cornered that market. You see that Gen Z, that's
their audience.
That's their audience.
I'm trying to corner Gen.
The heck, Gen W.
Gen yetu ni gani? Gen Y. I'm not finding them. They're nyiming me mics. Check inside the mic. So they mic. Tell me the mic. So they've cornered those guys.
They've cornered kabisa because I feel I've actually hosted 2 of their live shows, and it's like I've got a chance to see their audience, and they are rather probably from 19 to 25.
So what happens at live shows? Oh, even high schoolers. Huh?
Yeah, even high schoolers.
Live shows, what happens? Oh, your sister is a fan, huh?
Yeah.
The live shows means what? You buy a ticket and go watch them?
Yeah, go watch them.
So is it still a podcast?
Yeah, they still go on stage, because the way we did the last time is you buy a ticket and then you get there. They have like a stall where you can buy their merchandise, and then I come on stage. I just do normal crowd work.
Me
as a host.
Because you're hosting.
Yeah, try to engage the crowd, and then now I introduce them, and they do like a 1 hour podcast. They just go on stage and talk, engage with the fans.
So how is it? Because I've never done that. How is it when they're doing the podcast live? Like how is it? Do guys laugh, or like they just do it naturally the way they do when they're in studio?
Yeah, they just talk.
And guys are enjoying that.
Yeah, guys, because they actually love them.
So people are feeling like they're interacting with
they're actually there
gods
in
of
the studio. Yeah.
The last guys still really nice, got to your level, you guys.
This guy will leave you, man. This guy does not believe in the vision.
Why?
This guy cannot stay for that long.
He can't.
No, but is that the only way they're monetizing? Do you think it's profitable right now? I'm about to wanachapa.
I mean, they actually got a grant from Spotify.
So for real?
Yeah, they got. I think there were probably 3. There were 10 podcasts in Africa that were given that grant, and I think 3 from Kenya. So Sandwich, Mantalk. Mantalk actually got that grant. So I think each of the podcasts got probably 1.3 to 1.5.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, at least they're getting something.
And then also from there, they're having now brand ambassadorship. Now each one of them, because there's a girl called Joan Melly. So she's really big in doing makeup and all that. Now she's getting those deals with those brands. And now each one of them now is being approached according to their own. Because as much as they are a podcast, each of them offer some value as an individual.
2 of them do some comedy stuff.
One of them, Kibbs, who's actually like I think the one who edits and does all the Kibbs does skits and all that.
And those things are funny.
It's funny as hell, man. That's actually, I used to see his stuff before we met, and then we met in Langata. We started playing football together.
How did you meet? Neighbors?
I think mutual friends.
Oh, okay.
Mutual friends, because he used to be in Kabarak, and then I have friends who are in Kabarak. So from that we met, and then
so they discovered you're a comic.
Yeah, so it was
a funny comic.
Yeah, it was funny because now Kibbs used to be the funny one in the group. So when there was another funny guy. He really hated me at first.
This guy's trying guys, chicks and dogs.
We are boys like that, man. I usually tell him to come in because he's funny. If you speak to him, he's actually funny. Yeah. So I usually try.
No, they're funny, those guys, because the concepts they come up with, even for the their Instagram skits.
Yeah,
like those things are funny.
Yeah, so I actually try to tell him to come and do stand-up.
Why doesn't he come, Maz?
I feel like there's that thing of if you're starting anything new, you need to be prepared to be embarrassed because now you're becoming a student. So I feel like he's perfected podcasting and skits so much that maybe he doesn't want to go down and start over something.
Yeah. You guys, what do you think of Man-Talk, you guys?
Man-Talk. Yeah, I feel like it's washed up, man.
Yeah, I think there are too many chicks on Man-Talk, you guys.
They're pushing a certain agenda. I mean, I don't blame them.
Okay, I
understand because...
Okay, let me hear what you're saying first. Sorry.
Because there's a certain way you need to speak. You see how you need to go over hurdles in this age right now. You need to be political correct. Yes, there are those guys. They appeal to the woke people and all them guys.
And then also there are too many chicks on this Man-Talk. I mean, that's what bores me, you guys. Okay, they're doing good and I'm proud of their stuff. But as a consumer of one or two of their things, mazikila sana fungua Man-Talk na una dem hapo. I'm like, which men are these, you guys?
And then
there's money now, man.
So I guess, but anyway, podcasting, man, sometimes you don't know who you'll appeal to. You'll be doing Man-Talk and madam your dates yako, you guys.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna start
I feel they really reinforce women's notions.
It's more woman talk.
Yeah, it's
check it, bro. Waongeleshe hiyo kitu unasema si wanafaa kujua kitu kingine si hiyo.
Like Man-Talk is that podcast you tell your chick you watch if you want to make
to impress her.
To impress her.
But
like, actually I watch Man-Talk by the way. She's like, this guy is very thoughtful, he's kind. So that's the secret, guys. Tell your mama you're watching Man-Talk, man. She'll love you more.
You guys tell her you're watching Andrew Kibe.
What? There was a day, man, I'm watching TikToks with this girl, and then I'm following Andrew Kibe, and then I think he was going live or something. Like immediately, I slide that thing, and then Andrew Kibe starts talking. I could just hear like a loud click. The girl was disgusted.
She was like, what the heck?
I'm like, give the man a chance. Just hear him out, man.
True.
Hear him out,
because like you're saying, a man needs to be rough but gentle. So I feel like Man-Talk then gave me that rough thing.
Yeah, because with me,
the way men, the way we hang out with each other, the way we roasting each other.
They don't have that. They're so in touch with their feminine side. Talk about feelings.
Clean, you guys. Collar is white.
But, hey,
you're like, which man? Me, I don't know any guy who looks like that. You guys. In my circles,
man, they are selling unrealistic expectations. Now your girl wants you to be that clean and that.
You guys, when will you be that? Me, I'm clean once when I meet you the first day. Check it. Hey, Manu is such a neat guy. After that, I wear my kite shoes which have a dust. So many lizamonas they are sufficient viatu, you guys.
Squeeze unaishi
man. They don't respect their elders, you guys.
Kitengela ni wapi?
Unaishi rongai, so siwezi judge.
So yeah, it's interesting that we think the same.
You're so many msafi and I watch Man-Talk, man.
But you guys, I don't think this guy even knows Man-Talk, you guys.
He's just playing along, man.
Kulikuwa na kina Eric na kina Try and I was like,
Eric man.
Eric and Ty.
Oh yeah.
Like shit.
Not that guys.
But I feel also Ty is like he's very in touch with his feminine side. That's why he's kulling a lot of chicks out there. This guy is. You guys he's cornered the market, man.
Ty is a number fan of this podcast, you guys. You guys unataka Ty check watch. Cheki nyinyi mliniingilia wewe na Bashir. Cheki mimi sijasema hizo vitu. You guys will have to wake a big disclaimer kwa hii podcast. Cheki, these are the views expressed
by
a certain individual. Don't distance
yourself. But chicks like Ty.
Yeah, and I'm a student of Ty.
No, he's really funny.
He's really funny, and even like
and then he also has charm.
He has charm, and that's what I'm trying to learn. Because if you really want to get women, that's why I'm telling you need to be a man, you need to be strong in me, but you still need to be gentle.
Yes. In fact, one of the hard things I feel like I'm not really big in especially comedy, because that charm thing is something I've never locked down. I think it's something you either have or you don't have it.
But I feel like you can learn it, because me, I usually stay with Ty and he tells me some things. I'm like, Okay, so umesema
you guys Ty is a serious guy. When we were together in Nanyuki, we stayed in the same Airbnb. Before the show, he listens to some affirmation
called
Checky, you are good. You are funny. You will connect with the audience.
I also shared a knee when we went to Nakuru, and then I think he watches that thing like every time before he goes.
Yeah.
That's why he's killing, man. He was like, send me the
checking me on breaking WhatsApp, checking me. Hey, this chick is looking at my status. Check that. You are hilarious.
You've done this before.
But I don't think in our problem.
Yeah, that's why I say everyone should look for his own style.
You need to be funny first and then now.
But then again, there are principles which are universal.
Yeah, they
like many people talk about affirmation, and they're not necessarily comedians. They are businessmen. They are sportsmen.
Before I go on stage, you can roast the better. You pay affirmation or you pay pressure.
But now who will roast you? So you'll need your own thing, maybe in your. Yeah. But now where will you get this guy? Maybe this guy is. Maybe you've gone to perform in South Africa. Bashir. You have to look for your own way of motivating yourself. Yeah. To be honest, me before I perform, I watch Godfrey. Yeah.
Godfrey.
You know the comedian.
Quite funny.
I watch because the way he performs is how I'd like to perform.
But I feel like the way you perform is more of JB's move. Because it's actually a really very physical and.
I even think you're better than good.
I've never seen
trying to keep his job.
Yeah, this guy kissing your ass, you guys. You guys, my ass is wet right now. I mean, laugh by you guys, when your ass is wet, it's doing like this. Okay, man.
Have you ever walked around in a tracksuit? You see the noise it makes.
That feeling is normally bad. You go to the loo, you chomoka like, why is my ass still slippery? No, that magic sometimes the rukas and makes your ass wet. Take it.
Poseidon's kiss.
Yeah, man. So I was telling you. So when I watch Godfrey, I envision myself. I've never watched JB Smooth, to be honest. Thank God I haven't. But I imagine the way he performs, like he's you'd say, let me use the word arrogant. He's arrogant. He's in charge. He's not. Maybe he's nervous inside him, but you can't tell. So he's there on the crowd. He gets to stage. Like he has a special online which you should check out. It's called Regular Black. Have you ever seen?
I haven't seen it.
It's on YouTube.
Check it out. Yeah.
So he gets on stage. He's dancing. Check. Keep clapping. So when you watch such a guy, you're like, hey, this guy is not afraid. This guy. We have to laugh at this guy's jokes. So I guess everyone has their own things before they perform.
Yeah.
What do you do? You don't have a thing.
First of all, you need to jack off first.
For real, you guys?
Yeah, that's number one. Because
you guys must never go to you guys nikikuikisha on stage. Check it. You just go and perform, you guys.
Well, I feel like for me it's like I'm a very pragmatic person. I'm a very anxious person, and I feel like the only way you can combat anxiety is by, building rituals around it. That's why you find people with anxiety, maybe they have OCD, or they have, like, I have to over prepare so that I can be confident in my I can't just show up and perform. There are certain things that I have to do. So if I do those things and I feel like I've gone through my material, because I've seen you perform. I remember we were doing Widely, and like 5 to 10 minutes before you go on stage, you tell me like, I actually don't know what I'm gonna do on stage, and you go and you do like 45 minutes. So for me it's like I have a process. Like if I satisfy these particular things, I go through my material 3 times, I rehearse 3 times. Like I have a process. If I do that completely, now I have confidence.
You'll be comfortable on stage.
But if I don't do that, like I'll still doubt myself.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, man. Yeah. That makes sense. You guys, I don't want to keep this guy here very long, and you too, because I know you're going for a gig somewhere. So I think you guys will call you back to the conversation.
Part 2.
Conversation,
yeah. Johnston, call Kisiangani, man.
You guys, Johnston, you guys, nikikupata, you guys, utakipata.
Mwite mwonge, maze, itakuwa the best.
Can you imagine a podcast with Johnson? Check, so mbona ulinishika deki, bro?
Why did you hang?
Why did you hold
And then was he your friend?
No, he was a Form 3. You guys, me was a Form 1. Which friend?
So like
do you have?
he alikuwa amepobserve for some time.
Any I don't think there was that friend. Most of the guys who wanted to be my friend when I was in Form 1, no, either wanataka kudishi madishi zako. Like there was always kuna there's something they want to benefit.
Yeah.
So you really abusive. For 3 months it's like kijana.
Hapa ni venye kisiangani huko na vitu zingine. The only thing you have to offer is us.
You guys, I don't know why I share this story with you guys.
So ni yen.
Ni okay, tuambia watu kwa heri. Thank you so much for watching the podcast. Bashir Maze, cheers for making the time.
This is amazing, man.
I called this guy one time na akasema atakam. So I guess I'll be inviting you quite a bit.
Sure.
I find this guy to be quite funny, you guy. So
thank you, I appreciate it, man.
Banter master.
Yeah, this guy is a funny guy, Maze. So by the way, also cheers to Steve for being late, you guys, and just coming through.
And
cheers, man.
Subscribe.
See you on the next one.